So here I am in 2.83 using 718.9 to really illustrate this issue. So if you look at the outliner, you'll best be able to see it. So typically whenever you begin drawing, you see that a cutters collection is created. However, if we were to make a new scene and we Shift A, insert a cube, the moment that I begin cutting, we see that the actual cutter collection that we had previously in our other scene has actually been linked over. We only did 2 cuts, yet we have 4 cuts. So let's click plus, make a new scene. We'll Shift A, add a cube, and we see that we're already starting off with quite a few cutters, despite us only doing just a couple of cuts. So this is what we aim to resolve in this update, was the ability to support multi-scene a lot better. So if we go over to the current version of Boxcutter, we begin cutting. So far so good whenever it comes to dealing with our general scene, but once we make a new scene, we can Shift A, and once we begin cutting, we see that we are now dealing with a clean and proper collection management system compared to before, where it would actually link over the old collection, which was completely not what we wanted. So we'll click plus, make a new scene, and we'll just insert a cube, and you can see that now the cutters are now getting the proper collection attention that's needed. So that way, if we have to just enable all of our cutters by shift clicking the eyeball on it, it'll enable only the cutters that matter, versus in the previous version of Blender, where if we enabled all of the cutters, we would actually have cutters showing for boxes that aren't even being dealt with. So we can move some of these around, resulting in us actually going back to other scenes, having a much stranger result than what was intended, because we're modifying cutters in a different scene that are not really related to the one at hand, but just letting users know that this has been resolved.